god. Less mess is best. Less is more. Let's get this home decluttered. I declutter my entire house. I go through every space and make sure that it is as decluttered as possible. I'm trying to go and challenge myself to being very minimal. And plus, stay and see what I found among all of the mess. Gross. Okay, it's a new day. I am currently in my closet and I'm gonna do a little bit of decluttering because here's the thing, we live in a mobile home, and if you've ever lived in a mobile home, you know there is no storage. And so literally each room has a closet, and they're not most of the time very big, but this one's a pretty good size. But that's all we have. So there's no storage for really anything. So and that's okay to this degree, because that means I can be as minimal as possible. So here's the thing, when there's too much clutter, it is so hard to maintain and manage, and then to keep up with your home, and then also you can never find anything that you're actually looking for. And also, since I've started this minimal journey, now I want to challenge myself. It's fun and it's interesting to challenge yourself, and today I'm going to challenge myself to get rid of as much as I can. And if it's something that I don't grab for on a daily basis, it's getting donated. So yeah, are you ready? Are we gonna try this? And cross my fingers I can get rid of as much as I can. And it's really hard because it's not like something we can really just go buy these things all the time. So it's really hard when you are lower income to become more minimal, but it is so life-changing and it feels so good when you do. So I am going to get rid of as much as possible, and so I'm going to grab some trash bags. One is going to be for like clothes, and another one's going to be for items. And too much, and I know it may not look like a lot to everyone. I don't like it. I want it to be only clothes and only the very important things. Let's try and make this as minimal as possible. Are you ready? Let's get on this journey together and let's get this done. First off, I'm wanting to give you guys a quick view of everything so that you can see what I'm working with. So I tackled this to keep myself from being too overwhelmed in sections. First I started with clothes. Then I started with each box and each container and decluttered those in the bathroom, and then put what was left back. But what is being decluttered is in the bathroom. So here in a second, you'll get to look and see what is all being decluttered in the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why getting rid of my drawings from when I was a little kid makes me sad. But my kids are not gonna want this. Why am I saving it? I'm not sure. And I know I don't want this as a tattoo. So there are so many like this. It's just, and honestly, these drawings from when I was like Jackson's age, which he is about to be 10, these drawings just bring back sadness from that time when I was a little girl. And I was just such a sad kid. And when I look at these drawings, you know what it brings back? Sadness. It doesn't bring back good memories. All of these remind me of when I was so sad and life was really hard. So I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I could have gotten rid of more, but I did pretty good. I am trying my best to become as minimal as possible, and sometimes I don't know, it's a difficult thing to accomplish. So here's the thing. Even when I declutter spaces, I always have to go back and declutter after so much time, no matter what. And that's pretty typical. You just end up collecting things or things get thrown in the wrong spot. My goal is eventually to be able to have everything so decluttered and so minimal that it is so easy to keep up with and that there is a lot less mess. So less mess, less stress. Get it? Yeah. Okay. So that is my goal. And I know we live in a mobile home, but honestly, look at all of this. This was all in my closet, taking up space that was not being used, that I never touch, and most of this could be used by somebody else. And having all this gone feels so amazing. And I want to get this where it's every room. So today I go through each one of my rooms, and I have four bedrooms. I tackle each one and make sure there is nothing left to declutter in each one. So I know that my closet kind of collects the majority because it is the biggest space in this mobile home to store anything at all. But I am trying to get to where that I am not bringing in items, that I have the things that we absolutely need, and I'm not wasting money and time and space on objects anymore. I am trying to make a life change in so many ways, not only with finances, but with a lot of things, and minimizing spending, minimizing decorations, minimizing everything. So I've been kind of on this journey for a long time, and I am so excited. Look at all of what I've decluttered. I think in total it's been 10 bags those few days that I was decluttering, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me several days, especially that closet was so much. And then I went through the kitchen and the kids' rooms. Now I kind of keep up with the decluttering in the kids' rooms, and the main reason is because they are such. Okay, so my oldest is not a messy kid. He's very minimal, like me, likes everything to be immaculate and perfect. But my other two, they are the messy ones. And my goal is to minimize anything and have them only one basket. And when that basket is full, then we have to get rid of things. So by having a space for your objects, it gives you like a limit. So I have a limit on the counter of things that I can have and collect, and when they're starting to get full, it is time to declutter and get rid of things. And I like it this way. And if you are not like me, that's great. But like I said before, it is so hard for me. I have really thought about why is it, because you know me, I'm a little weird. I want to think and know why I do everything. I like to psychoanalyze everything and everyone, but why is it that I have to have it this way? And one thing I realized is probably the way I grew up. I didn't have stability and control over my environment, but I do now. And one way that I have control and stability over my environment is being able to control the objects and things that come in and that collect space in my home. And also, when things are so misplaced and out of their place and just all over the house, it sends my nervous system into a fight or flight mode. And I've realized this. And in order to have a better I don't know what you call it, like a mental state, I realized that it is so imperative for me to have a clean and decluttered and organized spaces. And I know that this can be challenging for my family and everyone around me, that even drawers I like to have clean. And these drawers here have not been decluttered in forever. And this is the worst that they have been. And I got rid of everything that I did not put back in. So whatever goes in is what is being kept, and whatever is out is getting rid of. I feel that one reason I have to have things organized and clean and picked up is, yes, I feel like it is a control thing. I feel like there's so many things in life that I just can't control. But one thing that I can control is clutter and then keeping things organized. Now, with the kids, it's not always that. And yes, they do still make so many messes. And then that still sends my nervous system into fight or flight mode. But it is not as bad as if the entire house was just chaotic. So my goal is to get it to where it is easy to get up and pick up and clean every single time. And here's another reason why it's good to declutter and to organize and keep your house clean is finding something like this in your house. Oh my God. What do I do? Okay. Okay. Oh God. I'm so freaked out by water bugs. I can't. Okay. And of course I find this and then I section it up with my vacuum because that's just the first thing I thought of. And there's so many bugs that I am not scared of, but water bugs is one of those. Those and June bugs, you know, the beetles, ugh. I don't know what it is about those, but they just give me the heebie-jeebies. But anyway, now back to the decluttering. We're in the kitchen and there's not a whole lot because I kind of declutter constantly in the kitchen. I think it's living with Cambria. She says progress over perfection. And that is definitely, I take that all to heart because my home may never be perfect, but I am always trying. So yeah, I always declutter the kitchen a lot more, maybe because I'm in there a lot. So, and then it's just easier. It's easier to keep up with. The only thing that I think that I have an excess amount of, I feel, in my kitchen is silverware because there's so many of us. There are 6 of us in the home, and I feel that I just don't think we could do with less silverware. That's something I'm not sure I would ever be able to declutter that much of. But bowls and plates and cups, all that is stuff that we can wash easier, that the kids, if they don't have one, they can wash it themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? They're older now. We don't need as many sippy cups, so I'm getting rid of a lot of sippy cups. So she now has like 2 and then a thermos. And this is what I decluttered from the kitchen and then my nightstand. And then I also go into baby girl's room and declutter a few outfits because she is very picky. She does not like fancy clothes. She wants a t-shirt and some shorts or capris, some leggings. I guess she takes after me because I do not wear fancy stuff. I do not wear dresses. I don't wear fake nails. I don't do all the girly things. And here I was thinking I was going to have a girl and we would do the girly things, even though I don't like it. But maybe she sees, you know, it's a monkey see, monkey do type thing. I don't know. But I can't help who I am. And I guess if that's who she's going to be, then I'll be happy with it. So, but anyway, she's 3 and she definitely knows what she wants. So I am picking up her ball bit. So one thing that I am trying to start doing is not buying a lot of little toys and decluttering little small toys. Now, there are a few that she really plays with a lot, and those kind of stay in the living room, but something big like this that she really enjoy and her brother can jump on there with her and things like that, I love to have for her. So this is not something I'm getting rid of. I'm putting this into the closet, and that's going to be for another day. We put it up pretty often because she loves it, sometimes with the balls and sometimes with not. You know, it depends on the mood, if I feel like picking up balls the next day or not. But yes, progress over perfection. And also, we do have a small home, and like I said before, finding places to store things. So one thing that I'm learned is I don't really do a lot of decorations. The only holiday I decorate for is Christmas, and that is it. I mean, I've tried decorating for fall. I don't like it. I don't like having to store it. I don't really do all that kind of stuff. And to me, it is a waste of money. And then also, it is just clutter. And when Christmas decorations go up, it feels nice for a little while. And then I start to feel very claustrophobic. I start to have that feeling like, I'm just feeling like there's just too much surrounding me. I am very much so a visual clutter person. And there are different types of minimalists. Blah, 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 I don't know. Minimalists, if I'm saying that right, let me know. And I am trying to become a minimalist because it is life-changing for me. I have noticed how it is just so much easier and quicker to pick up things and to help and to take care of your home. Now, that doesn't mean there's not still messes, because I have 4 kids, okay? I still got lots of messes, but it is so much worse if I were to have everything that I would typically have. And I just have to have a place for everything. My brain just says, if I don't know where to put something, I have anxiety about it. So that's kind of how this is going for me. So if you are like me, let me know, because I just wonder how many people kind of experience the same thing. I don't know if it's OCD, but I've always been pretty curious of how other people respond to clutter and visual clutter. Now, I know that I'm not all that typical, and I don't exactly go into other people's houses and think like, oh my God, their house is so messy. I don't think that. So if you are one of my family members watching this or whatever, I just want you to know that just because I like my house this way does not mean I expect your house or anybody's house to be the way that I want my house and what I find is easiest for me and my family. Now, I do not judge other people in their homes because I don't walk in their shoes. I don't live their life, and I have no idea what they've been through or how their home makes them feel. And if your home makes you feel happy and content, then that's so great for you. And that's all I want for you. And I don't expect other people to be like me. And what this world needs more of is people being happy and satisfied in their homes and their life. Not judgment, not criticism, not feeling or thinking you have to declutter your home just because I am. I hope in no way that I ever make anyone feel that they need to be like me. Since I've decluttered the boys' room, probably, what was it, 2 or 3 videos ago? I don't know, something like that, where I really had to go in and do a good declutter because it was gotten so out of hand and they are very messy. It has been so much easier to come in here and just do a quick pickup and fix their clothes or whatever and do like a vacuum, make their beds. Just makes it so much easier to just come in here and do a quick pickup because it literally takes a few minutes and boom, you're done. So that's one reason why I feel like minimalism is the way to go. And I feel like as Americans, or maybe even just, maybe it's not just Americans, but we have this, like, because we're always being sold items. You need this, you need the latest skincare, you need to have soft skin, buy this lotion and that, and wrinkles. Oh no, you can't have wrinkles. Or you've got to have all the decorations for your home to be cozy. You got to have something on each wall. Don't buy into all of those things. Don't waste your money. Just wash your face with some soap. If you have to have one lotion, have one lotion. I use CeraVe and I use it everywhere. So that's what I use. I don't buy into all that stuff. I never really have bought a lot of perfumes or anything. So that's definitely something I don't have to worry about. So if you're like me and then you're always feeling like you're just, your home isn't good enough or it's not well enough, I don't know. Don't feel that way because your home is what you make it. And if you're happy with it, that's all that matters. So we are nearing the end. So I'm doing Tristan's room. I'm just doing a quick pickup and a vacuum. He just had a couple of shoes out of place because look at him lining up his shoes. That was not me. That is all him. He's very much a neat freak, which I really enjoy. I feel sorry for his wife whenever he gets married because I feel like he's going to expect his room to be very clean. So I don't know. He might change, but yeah, I definitely like things to be very picked up, and he gets that from me. So, and I didn't used to always be that way. Like when I started having kids, everything was such a struggle. And honestly, financially, we were always just so struggling so much financially. And then I still hadn't healed from a lot of trauma. So honestly, I wasn't focused on so much keeping the house clean and maintained because there were other things that took priority over that, like finances and mental struggles. And there was still so much emotional damage. And there was still too much fighting and arguing and things like that. And I feel so bad for when my kids were really little because I hadn't healed a lot. We hadn't really grown enough and we hadn't been stable financially and we struggled and we moved. Well, we didn't move a whole lot, but we moved. And we moved maybe 3-4 times. I don't know. Something like that. It wasn't a whole lot like what I grew up with, but it was enough that it felt unstable, especially at the time. So I just feel like that it all depends on your mental state of how you want your home. So I'm lucky enough in this point in time that can be something that I can focus on, that is something that is important to me, that we aren't in the same state we were in 15 years ago, because I tell you what, your brain grows, your brain matures. My brain is nothing like it was 15 years ago. And I definitely wouldn't have been this clean or clutter free. And I tell you what, it was stressful. It was very stressful. And even having the clutter. And of course, I didn't have as many kids 15 years ago. Tristan's only 13, but my husband and I have been together for 17 years, and we didn't have kids for maybe 4 years of that, but we didn't have as much mess either. Really, it happened once the kids came into play. So But yeah, you grow and you age a lot, and then you're cleaning and how you want to keep your home. You learn all those things. You learn that it is so hard once it gets so far gone. It is so hard to ever catch up. That is why I feel less is more. Let me repeat that. And I'm not saying that for everybody. If you're happy with your home, that's great. But if you feel like me and it is just too much and you cannot keep up with it, less is more. Don't buy tons of Christmas presents. Don't buy a present every time you go to the store. Say no. Say no. Don't have to have a lot of toys. You don't have to have the new stuff. No, you don't. And if you're fine with that, if you're happy, then that's great. This is not for you. But if it's something you're struggling with, and decluttering is something you've been struggling with, because I still do. I still struggle with it, and I still have to go back in over it and declutter spaces that I've already decluttered. It's never just a one done, you're done deal. So I like my home a certain way now that I'm older, and that's what I've realized and found out. So my home isn't big. It seems big in some spots, probably because I keep it very empty. I don't like having dressers or anything of that sort. I don't like having a lot of furniture or flat surfaces, because I have really found out flat surfaces collect clutter. So I really try to keep away from all that. But anyway, I hope you liked today's video, and I love you guys. I will see you next time. Bye. Sorry, it's really dark in my closet. But the goal is to get rid of things that I don't grab for on a regular basis that I do not need.